and welcome to the throwback tag. I know I've done a throwback years with me showing you my baby photos, but this is another tag completely different. What year was I born? I was born in 1991, which was the year after the 90s. Oh yeah, baby. Do I have any pictures of my younger self to show you? Yes, I do have one, but it's me when I was about 6-7 years old, and I have got very big ears. This is one here, and that's my nan, my mum, and me with the enormous big ears, and that was when I was about 6 or 7 years old, or maybe older. So that is me in a younger form. Don't I look cute? But I still look cute now. What TV shows did I used to grow up watching? I think Thomas the Tank Engine was on video. I think DVD wasn't even invented until about 2000 or something. But I think I was still watching Rugrats, which I used to love, and Hey Arthur, or Hey Arnold, I think. And what else? 8 or 9 I used to watch Goosebumps on the CBBC channel, which I still watch now. I still watch the Dumping Ground, which I absolutely love because it used to be having Tracy Beaker in it. So that's what I normally watch when I'm like going to bed on my iPad. Shh, don't tell anybody. And I think it was the people who were at school, Recess, that's it, Recess, with the boy with the hat and the big chubby guy who I think I look like. I didn't really actually think of anything when I was younger to be, when I was older, like to be a policeman or a fireman or whatever. I just thought, oh, I'll just try my hardest and see what I get out of life, and now I upload videos to YouTube, so really I'm a blogger. So yeah, I didn't think of that when I was younger. Even YouTube wasn't even invented when I was young. Show a video when you was young. I think this was a video when I was about, it was done in 1991, or it could have been 1992, so that would have been making me 1. So after this little short clip of me talking will be a couple-minute video of me as a little baby. It won't have any sound because my uncle had like a camera without a mic in it, so he only had it to video me when I was about 1 year old or 2, I think. So enjoy. The most favourite toy I used to play when I was younger, which was used to be that big man with like an action size figure, and he used to stretch miles long, and a couple of years later I stretched him again, and all the glue and gluck, or whatever you call it, gluey stuff, Mr. Stretch or Mr. Muscle, or I don't really know. And I stretched him, and all like his arms like phew, flying through the bloody window, not actually smashing it, but it like stuck to the window and it went like that. And I thought, Christ, what's that? And I looked at it and he's only got one arm. And I thought, okay, throw that in the bin. My most favourite toy I used to play with, I think you people may know, when it was about 1995 to 6, it used to be Toy Story, or it could have been a bit older than that. Toy Story, with Woody, Buzz Lightyear, Bo Peep, the dinosaur, Rex, Mr. Potato Head. I used to have every Toy Story, and my mother bought me Buzz Lightyear, and she needed to order it off the internet, which nearly every shop in England actually sold out in like nearly 2 days of Buzz Lightyear. And the silly sod like I am, I thought, oh, let's try and see if Buzz Lightyear flies. So I went up the top of the stairs, flipped his wings open, and then I like chucked him down the stairs. He flew for a couple of seconds and he went ooh, smack on the floor, and his blinding foot fell off. And I had him on top of the fridge for like nearly years and years and years. And my mum said, oh, I will glue his foot back on. Years and years went later, and she threw it away. You know what my mother's like. The most embarrassing thing I can or can't remember is when I was around my nan's and she told me this embarrassing story, and I don't remember what I did, but she told me I was at a, like, we used to go out walking everywhere and stuff, but I got two. The second one's absolutely hilarious, or my mum might think it's hilarious. She nearly died after she saw it. When we was at a great country house or gardens, I was walking behind the family, my mum, auntie and my mum, and I picked this blinding big stick and I whacked my auntie around the head, and it nearly made her like fall over, or she went a bit ooh, dizzy. And then my nan came up to me and said, what are you doing that for? That's what she's telling me. And then I was going like, oh, I just thought it was funny because I didn't know what I did because I was too young. I don't even remember what I did yesterday really sometimes. And she said, what are you doing that for? And I just like looked at her, thought she was absolutely bonkers, my nan, but she still is. That happened when I whacked my auntie around the head. And my mum and I think my auntie stayed in the car for some reason, I think so. And my nan stayed at the like country style where you like get your leg over and you like sit on the stile and you wait for people to get over, or the kissing gate. You may know what it means if it's in England. The gate which swings and you have to go in it and around it and stuff, you know, if you live in England. But me and my mum went over the stile, and we went along the side of this field which they were growing like corn on the cob or Weet-Bix, and there was a big ditch down the side, and we was walking along the ditch, and when we was getting halfway across the field on the side, we saw, or my mum saw, this like funny body in the ditch, and she was going, oh, is that a dead body near there? And she was like looking, and we found out it was a blind scarecrow from the field. I think the farmer just chucked it down there, but my mother thought it was a real bloody big body. So yeah, she nearly gave herself another baby, she did. 3 songs that I used to listen when I used to be a child or a baby. I used to listen to the Thunderbirds, or Go, and I think it's the Tweenies, and then after that it was the, not Thimbles, but I think it was Teletubbies with the big tellies in their bellies. So they're the three like songs I used to like listen to really. What was the funniest thing you used to dress up at Halloween? I think one Halloween, I think I did Halloween, I don't even know. My mum said I dressed up as a fairy. You know what I'm like, dressing up as anything I do. And I dressed up as a fairy. I had a pink top on, a pink tiara and a pink tutu. That's what my uncle said all the time when he kept saying embarrassing stories about me. Saying, oh, we used to come around your house, Lewis, and you used to dress up in a little pink tutu. And I thought, no I didn't, what are you lying for? And he brought out all the embarrassing photos. Oh, thank God he doesn't do it now. Anything you kept from when you was about a baby or a little kid really? I've got one thing which is quite interesting, but it's only interesting for me, but you might enjoy it. I've had this all my life really, and when you turn it upside down all the liquid comes out, and it comes out all bubbly one side, gooey, and it comes out all drip 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 drip. If you can see, there you go, you can see it drip 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 drip. I've kept this since I was, must have been about when I was about, I think the earliest I can remember when I used to play with this like nearly all day long really, I was so fascinated in it, was when I was about 7 years old. So this has nearly been with me all my child life until when I was 8 until I'm 25 now. So that is like the oldest thing which I have actually been with me. So yeah, that's like nearly the same age as me nearly. What was the weirdest thing that I used to do as a child or when I was a baby? My nan said when I used to go round to her house, her sons, when they were like quite young, they had like little toy cars, and she said, oh, when you used to come round and visit me with your mother for like a couple of hours, I used to get the toy box out and used to play with all these little dinky toys of cars, and you didn't like go boom 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 like a normal child would. I used to get every single car and line it up in a massive big line, and then she said used to walk away from it and leave it for like me to pick up all the blinding cars and put them in the box. But that was your enjoyment, putting the cars like car there, car there, car there, car there, car there, from like to from like nearly from the window to the door, which are like nearly 20 foot away. I started there about 12:30 and I got there at 1 o'clock, like going car, car, car. So that was my enjoyable thing as a toddler really. So really I was a bit of a weird baby when I was young. Which is the scariest thing that ever happened to me when I was younger. I used to go to Clambers, which is actually in Hastings, which people, if you know where Hastings is, or if you know where Hastings is, or you've actually live in Hastings now, you know where Clambers is. It's behind the White Rock Theatre. But I used to go there like nearly all the time when I was a little child, from like 5 until when I was about 10. And my dad took me and he said, oh, we took you to Clambers and then you like jumped to your heart content down the slide, up the slide, like a blinding big monkey you were, a big rebel or something. And then like bashing into things and bits and pieces, and then you come outside, walk on the wall like kids do with their mothers holding their hands, and you hold the child when they're walking on the wall, if you know what I mean. And what did you do? Fall in the blinding hole, which was not very deep, and then what did I do? Fall in a blinding holly bush. And then my dad took me to the hospital. I had my lip stitch, that's why if you notice my mouth goes a bit up and then it comes a bit like loopy under. That's where I had the butterfly stitch for my mouth. So I like lift up and then I put it down. You can see like a little loopy part in it, if you know. If I come closer, you might see a bit of a loopy part in my mouth. So, yeah. How is the world different to you now as I'm 25 or when I was about 5 years old? I'd say there has got more cars. I'd say Mother Nature, the environment, or Mother Nature really, or everything else. We don't have snow in or whatever, so as I say, everything is Mother Nature's really. So when I was about 5 years old, we used to get snow actually in December, not actually in February or March now, with all this environment, global warming stuff. So yeah, we used to have snow in December when I was about 5 years old, but now as I'm 25, I get snow when it's about March until April time, or sometimes in February, my birthday. Woo! But it would be nice if we have a white Christmas one of these years. I think we've only had a white Christmas about nearly 6 years ago, and that was the closest we've ever had for a white Christmas, and that was after December, about the 27th of December. But we didn't have any white Christmas on Christmas Day, which is very disappointing, but hopefully there's always next year. Well, if you found out a little bit about me in this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe if you're new, and don't forget to share it on your social media, and I will see you in a new video soon. Over and out. Bye.